Hey, what's going on? Welcome back to the channel. In this video, we're going to be taking a look at Elrond or Multiverse X Egld token, and we're going to be taking a look at the daily chart. We obviously have the exact same Fibonacci retracement from the swing high in November 2021 all the way down to the swing low that we printed back in June 2021. So as you can see, our 1.618 target was sitting all the way back down here at $12.74. We did not retrace back down to that, obviously, from the all-time high price here all the way down to the bear market bottom. We did a 94.2% pullback, which was pretty, realistic, and which is what you would expect an altcoin to do during a bear market. Now, going down to the 1.618 level, that would be a 98% pullback, which is more what the lower caps do. Now, considering the fact that Elrond or Multiverse X is a higher cap altcoin, 94%, 95% is an okay pullback during a bear market. Now, something to look at here is the fact that we're losing the support block that we were holding since March this year. We had a bit of a retracement. We ran into the top of the support block, and now we're dumping below. And what is possible for us to do right now is have a bit of a retracement back into the resistance block at this point, back test it, confirm it as resistance, and then have the next pullback down. So right now we're just basically turning this into resistance, which is not something that you want to be doing if you're looking for short-term and mid-term profits. However, if you're like me and you like cheaper prices, this is exactly what you are waiting for, guys. So Egld below $35 is extremely cheap. Now you can see that we are retracing slowly but surely, retracing back down to this January 2023 low, which currently is sitting at $33 roughly. And I would say that is where you would likely be putting the most of your money. Obviously, don't go 100% all in at one price. You never want to be doing that because there's a pretty high chance of us going back down to $28.50 or even retesting $25. I'm going to talk about that once we get to the weekly chart. So, average in when you can, stay patient, and stake your coins, and this will pay off at some point, guys. If you're going to stay patient, you're not going to be panicking over every single 7% move to the upside or to the downside. You are going to make some money in this market. Now, if you are panicking over every single 7% move to the upside or to the downside, then these markets may not be for you. You can probably stick to the stock markets, which are less volatile. But if you're in the crypto markets, you have to be ready to see a 70% pullback in your wallet, and you want to keep a straight face during that period of time, which is exactly what I'm doing. I'm not saying my portfolio's sitting at a minus 70% pullback. That's not the case. But if that were to happen, especially during a flash crash or a black swan event, that is typically what happens. Your wallet is basically sitting at a 50, 60, 70% pullback, and you don't want to panic during that time. In fact, you want to be buying even more during that time, because once you're on a fire sale, you want to be getting as many coins and many cryptocurrencies as you can, because that's when everyone else is selling. So they're basically selling their tokens to you at cheaper prices. And once we get to the bull market, you're going to be selling your tokens to them, but only at prices that are going to be sitting at a 10x, 20x, 30x from here. So that is the basic logic. Now, the 1.272 Fibonacci level is going to be our immediate support down below. This is something that we're going to be targeting for entries because, like I said, we don't know what's going to be happening in the next few months. We could have a black swan event, so we could see some sort of a wick all the way back down here, even below 25 cents. So all of these support levels could be broken just briefly. So having these buy limit orders is a smart thing, especially if you just set them slightly above the support, just so you increase your chance of getting filled exponentially. Now, jumping into the daily RSI, I do want to talk about the support block that we're just about to lose. As you can see, we've been holding it as support for a few months back in 2022. We had a few back tests of resistance of this exact area. Then we had a few back tests of support in the past few months. but now it does seem like we're going to be losing that, and the support block below here is the most important one. As you can see, the dark purple support block starts at 25 on the index and ends at 20. This is when you want to be stacking up. This is when you want to be greedy, guys. Not when the prices are sitting at all-time high, not when the RSI is sitting at the index of 72, but rather when you're all the way down here and when everyone is selling. That's when you want to be getting greedy. That's when you should be using the money that you've been saving up just for that specific moment. So the RSI is slowly moving back down. I would say this is a great area to start dollar cost averaging because you're just in a support block right now. You're moving towards a support trend line, and then you have the support block all the way down here. So let's quickly switch over to the weekly chart so that we can take a look at some long-term targets. And before we continue with the video, I quickly want to touch on ExpressVPN. Now, do you like your privacy? Of course you do. So do I. That's why I choose ExpressVPN as my VPN, as it is the best VPN out there. And first and foremost, it is a privacy company. They do not keep any of your activity logs. So if you're using a Wi-Fi connection or really using any internet connection whatsoever, ExpressVPN comes in to save the day and protect you. And you can basically change your location to whatever country you want to be in at that moment in time. So let's say I want to access some streaming content that's not available here in Canada, and I want to watch some Japanese TV show. I can do that with ExpressVPN. Now, of course, you do get a 50% discount if you get the 12 months package, and you get a 3 months deal on top of that. So you get 3 months for absolutely free. So technically you're getting 15 months for the price of 12 with a 50% discount, which is quite the deal in my opinion. And of course, 30 days money back guaranteed. If you don't like something, you can definitely get your money back within the first 30 days, and the link is going to be down below in the description. Let's carry on with the video. Now, for now, we do have our bear market low sitting at $33, like I said, but this could all change in the next few months. So based on this current low and this all-time high in November 2021, we have our 1.272 target sitting at $850, which is going to be one of my initial targets for Multiverse X. I do think we could get closer to $1,000, but I don't want to get too ambitious too quickly. So for now, this is going to be my major target, and I'm going to be taking some profits over here. Obviously, my patrons will be advised on all of my trades, all of my buys, all of my sells. So feel free to check out my Patreon down below. You'll get a 7-day free access to all of my content instantly, which includes podcasts, low cap gems, my portfolios, my buys, resources, your requests, and so on and so forth. Now, taking a look at the weekly chart, you can see that we're bouncing off the 20 EMA, which is currently our major resistance line. So this 20 EMA is something that needs to be broken for us to start feeling bullish again. We also need to break above this descending resistance trend line that we have been retesting since August 2022. Now, this trend line is very popular among altcoins as of right now. A lot of the altcoins have a trend line that starts back in August last year and just takes us down all the way to June 2023. So we've been getting rejected from these trend lines for almost a year now, and at some point things are going to reverse. But right now, let's be grateful that we have the opportunity to buy at these cheap prices, that we are in the crypto space at this point in time where you're able to secure yourself some insane profits during the bull market, guys. Now, we also do have a smaller Fibonacci retracement from the swing high in February to the swing low in December, with the 1.618 target sitting at roughly $25, which also perfectly co-aligns with this support trend line that we have. Now, this is exactly where we could land if we have a major capitulation sometime in July, maybe June, and we might just bounce off the 1.618 there, and we might just bounce off this descending support trend line that we have been retesting since June 2022. So that could be a nice area for you to set your last buy limit orders at. So $25 would be my ultimate bottom here for Multiverse X. That's just from a technical standpoint. And from there, hopefully we're going to be able to, gain some volume, get more hype behind the project, and finally break above that major trend line. Hopefully have a nice back test of support, and obviously go into the bull market after that. But that's a bullish outcome. And I'm not a financial advisor by any means, but I do have a pretty good position in Multiverse X, one of my top holdings, to be honest with you. And my average buy-in price currently, I think, is sitting at $37, I want to say. I'm not sure, I have to double check, but yeah, it's below $40. I know that much, actually. It might be 40, to be honest with you. I'm not sure. I'm not gonna come up with numbers, but it's around $40. Let's just say that. And I'm not planning to buy any coins right now because I do have some other altcoins I'm targeting. But if we jump into the weekly RSI, you can see it's pretty much not doing anything significant, just going sideways here. And this is definitely a good area for us to average into the project. We can add a support trend line here, and we can add a resistance trend line here. So it does look like some sort of a falling wedge, but this is basically just a support and resistance trend line. Now we can also add a support trend line all the way down here at the index of 34. This is where you want to be averaging in as much as you can, because this level has seen a few bounces in the past year or so. We had one little fake out below that in December 2022, so it is possible we have a similar event occurring this summer before we eventually move to the upside. So if that happens, you have this massive support block to target. But other than that, like I said, if we drop, into the oversold at some point, obviously buy as much as you can. But without these flash crashes and black swan events, you're still pretty good in terms of averaging in. Set up some buy limit orders all the way back down to $25 just to be safe, and you're good to go. As long as you're patient, you're good to go, my friend. Thank you all for watching this video. If I missed out anything important on the charts, let me know down below in the comment section. I'm going to see you in the next video, guys, and take care and stay safe.